Hi, y'all. We are back and we have Tonya TKO again. Welcome her, and I'll let her introduce herself as well and tell you about herself on as her channel as well.
All
Uh,
right. Big hello to my knockouts and hello to Shiva's Gold Diggers.
okay, so we're going to be talking about a video that I found floating around on Instagram of all places, and this is a video that may trigger some people, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of warning. And this is why I tell women to, tell men that they first meet that they don't have children. And I know it's very dishonest and I know it's immoral, but at the same time, you have to also protect yourself and your kids. And on a first meeting, I believe, it's my opinion, that a man does not need to know about your children unless he's planning on being a stepdaddy anyway. Y'all are just out for the evening having a good time. You don't know if you're gonna have date 2 or date 3. So I try to play it cool by not talking about children and whatnot, because most men are gonna lie about their kids anyway and their marital status. So you might as well play the game too. So I don't know if Tonya feels the same way. I don't think she does, but that's just simply my opinion. And that's just how I feel about it. So you
Well,
can
I'm kind of on the fence about it because I see I see both sides of it, right? So if you are meeting a man and you are going into it for a sincere relationship heading somewhere, I definitely think it's important to be honest about who it is that you are, how you're representing, what it is that, that you're coming to the table with, right? Well, maybe that's not a good term, coming to the table with. All right, but no, but I think it's important to be honest about who you are and how you're coming in, right? However, if you're just out there playing the game and you really just you out there playing and ducking, dodging, turning pockets into rabbit ears, that's a different story. So I think that's a different story. So no.
right.
So yeah, real relationship, tell the truth. But if you're just going out there playing the same game that they're trying to play on you in reverse, trying to see who could get who first, I can understand why a woman would hold back details that, that she does not feel is relevant to the type of relationship that she is attempting to have with him.
Hmm. And I always say, tell them when it's time or when they think it's appropriate or when they feel that that man is going to be around for a decent amount of time. If he likes you, he likes you, and he'll understand why you decided not to tell him about your kids if he's listening to you. So this is one of the videos that may change your mind or may not change your mind about why I say don't tell men about your kids. It's also more serious than that, but I'm going to go ahead and play the video so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right. So can y'all see that? Come on. Okay, here we go. Okay,
Click
Chris,
the, click
from
the thing, click the thing in the bottom corner to make it full screen
okay, hold on one second.
so that we could.
Like this.
No, 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 no. On the video itself. So leave our videos up, but then you see on the video where it has that little thing. Yeah, full screen. That one. Yeah.
She just came out just to tell me this shit. I don't understand that. Why you told me that? That's sick as fuck, though, bro. It's just crazy. Yeah, I got an 8-year-old. I got a 9-year-old sister, and you sleep with one. That's crazy. Now I'm looking at how men really be moving on. Okay, that's weird.
Okay, so we'll stop right there. So a lot of guys will target women with kids, or when they meet kids. I mean, when they meet women who have their children with them. I think that's a red flag altogether. Or when the first question they ask you is, "Do you have children?" To me, that's a red flag, and I'm not telling anybody about what I have, you know. So this is another reason why I think that you shouldn't, especially as a man, you shouldn't be asking the woman if she has kids on the first sentence or the first couple of sentences where you are first meeting or first speaking on the phone. I know it's hard to hear, but that's why they had the little words. But basically, the guy who's on the other end um, is admitting to molesting an 8-year-old girl, and the person that he's talking to is telling him how gross and sick he is, and how, you know, how wrong it is. And this is basically someone who's talking to this person for the first time on FaceTime, I guess, and they're just admitting all these things.
People
So,
are saying that they're having volume issues for some reason.
sorry. Okay, is that better? Is that better?
I can hear you louder.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the mic thing. So, maybe I'll unplug my mic. Is that better? Is that better?
I hear you.
Okay. Well, you can hear me. Is it better now, or do I need to? I can go out.
Okay, I see people saying they can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I just had the mic plugged up without it having being activated through the system.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I was just saying that this is a video that was floating around on Instagram of a man who was, admitting to molesting an 8-year-old girl to this person they don't really know, just over the FaceTime or internet or whatever. And he's admitting what he's doing, and the video is about 3 minutes long. But this is another reason why I say I won't tell people, if I were a single mother, I would not tell people I have kids upon meeting them um, in person for dates or just out and about. I don't like when people approach women that have kids. That's a red flag to me because you don't know what they're capable of. So this is why a lot of women will lie about not having kids. Not saying to be deceiving, but there's also a reason for safety behind it as well. Um, and yes, there are women who will deceive you and not be concerned about that, but at the same time, it still fits, the safety protocol anyway. So, what do you guys think about um, not being forthright about having children because of people like this that are out there?
Well, I know I gave my point of view on it, but in terms of molestation and people targeting women who have younger children, you know what? So like I was saying, if you're going into it for a sincere relationship, be open, be on your guard, vet a person, do a background check on a person before you introduce them to your children. People reveal themselves, they drop off. I don't know. I think that if you go out there with the impression, with the feeling, with the energy that oh, this person may be a molester, I can't tell the truth about my children. I think that creates a different type of energy. And so I don't know. I think each woman has to kind of just listen to her internal voice and let that instruct her on what to do, who to keep far away, who to keep an eye on, who not to continue with, who to keep at arm's length. That's how I feel about it.
Right. And, I also feel that even if you do lie about not having kids, I think, and this is probably where we differ, but I think men will treat you totally different whether they have the information. Like if they have the information that you have children versus they don't have that information, you're going to see a totally different person. It, that's why I think a lot of the women who are, in a hurry and a rush to claim their children in front of these guys, they're signing up to be mistreated or treated less than, because now automatically this man's thinking has shifted. It's shifted to saying, okay, well, since she has kids, she'll put up with whatever. She's more desperate. and I don't need to spend as much money on her because I'm not taking her seriously anyway. This is just someone I'm gonna hit and quit. So they'll start treating you like that, and from the jump. But if they don't think you have kids, they'll give you the sincere um, time of day, the best treatment or better treatment than they would have given the woman that's just said, "Oh, I got 3 kids or 2 kids or whatever, or just 1 kid." They will tell you, you know, oh, it'll be a totally different conversation. They'll treat you totally different, and you'll see the difference in how men will treat a single mother versus someone with no kids. And I feel like even though it is deceitful, I feel that at the same time, um, most of these men themselves have kids, and they don't tell you about them until it comes up in a later conversation months later. Oh, I didn't tell you I had kids. you know so and a lot of them may have someone even pregnant at the same time they're out here dating. And so even if they don't, let's say they're an honest man and they don't have anything that they're hiding, um, then if they're not trying to make you their wife from jump, or in a week from today, they don't really need to know that you have kids. And if it does get serious, you can then tell them, look, I have something to tell you, and then they can take it from there. So um, that's what I believe. So, oh, the pink pill is here. Hi, the pink pill. She says, just came to give my support for fellow Black women working together for our collective level up. I have to go and prep for the Pinky Pow Pow. So love and hugs. Thank you, Chris. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you, girl. We got to collab one day, okay? Okay. So, okay, go ahead, Tonya. What do you think?
I listen, and I know that there are a lot of people here who disagree with me, right? And that's fine. Um, I think that I think that most people out there are good. That's
Mm-hmm.
how I feel. I feel most people out there are good. And I also think that we're talking about two different things. If we're talking about protecting your children from predators, right? That's one thing. If you're talking about having a surface relationship with a person and not saying that you have children to get what it is that you can get out of them, that's another thing. And then there's going out there and looking for a true, real relationship. If you're looking for a true, real relationship, I believe that you need to be honest about who it is that you are. I think it's a bad look to lie and say that you don't have children. I just don't think it's a good look to lie about human beings not existing. We know that there are men out there who lie, and that's an energy that comes back around to them in any way that it comes back around to them. I wouldn't personally want to lie on whether or not my children are living or not. I wouldn't personally want to do that. I wouldn't want to put that out there, right? Also, I wouldn't want it to come back around that I lied about having children, because when you lie about something, it often denotes that you're not happy about that. You're not proud of your decisions. You're not proud of the life that you're living, the decisions that you've made to get to this particular life, and not really coming to the forefront with who it is that you are. That's the conversation right there. Who am I? What type of relationship am I looking for? And who am I attempting to attract forward? That's that. But if you're just going out there trying to dig in people's pockets, now, are there going to be men who are going to treat you differently once they find out that you have children and try to hit and quit? Yes, but that's not the type of man that you want. It's like, that's not the type of man that you want. And you just don't have intercourse with people before they're invested, before you get to know them, before this. It just, I don't know. That's just my point of view.
That's
That's how I feel about it.
it's understandable, and there's a lot of women on my own channel that disagree with this, and but we still, agree on a lot of other things. So that's what we kind of focus on. Some women will, and some women won't.
Yeah.
But it's not a point. It's not really a point to argue. It's just someone's preference whether they want to tell that information to someone or not. So thank you, the great goddess. Thank you for that wonderful donation, sprinkle, sprinkle. So I also feel that I wanted to show some more of that video, and okay, so I wanted to show some more of that video real quick because it was a part that I wanted to. Are we? There we go. Sorry. Let me fast forward.
You are who this woman is, because baby, I would have been. Boy, you would be shot.
You know, I never watched this whole video, right?
You might sleep with him.
He just asked her if she would have his baby, and he's saying no, you might sleep with him.
Boy, you would be shot. You'll be dead. I would try my best to kill you if I found out some shit like that. You like.
So this guy's proud of what he's doing, and then here's the end. I just want to fast forward to the end.
No, that shit not cool. Damn, iPad went dead. This motherfucker weird as hell. I'm about to Google his number and find out who he is, because I don't like no shit like that. That shit just turned my stomach.
So, okay. So basically, she about to report him and turn him in. She could find his information.
Yeah, one of the things that I heard before I stopped watching the video, because I only made it about a minute and a half in out of the 3 minutes, because it was just so sickening. He was talking about how aggressive the 8-year-old was towards him.
Mm-hmm.
And in his sick, twisted mind, he felt that the 8-year-old was the one who was controlling the narrative of the relationship. And he was just weak and giving in to her. It was really disgusting and sick.
Right.
Really disgusting and sick.
Yep. That's the part I skipped because my mic on. See if is that better, y'all?
I hear you louder.
Okay. I skipped that part because I didn't want that to be a triggering thing.
Yeah.
And, so it's on Instagram floating around somewhere. I saw it today and it was terrible. And that's why I wanted to share that with y'all, because there are people out there like that who, you know, you may not even know. And so just be careful out there. I also wanted to say that, yeah, people will say, no, I'm going to claim my kids, and no, you don't need to know about my kids. And I always tell women there's a way to say stuff without saying it. If you don't like lying, you can kind of skim over the question when a man asks you if you have kids. You don't necessarily have to lie, but you don't necessarily have to tell them anything either. For example, I always say, if a man asks you if you have kids, you can say, oh, I've always wanted children, which means you may or may not have them. And if they say, well, you know, well, you didn't say you had kids. No, I said I always wanted them. I might have them already, you know, later on. But you're not lying. You didn't say you don't have them. You just say, oh, I've always wanted children, and then quickly change the subject. So what about you? You know, what do you want to do? And da 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 da. So they don't really, they kind of skim past it, but they're not telling the truth, and they're not giving you, you know, you're not telling them the truth, but you're not telling them a lie either.
I mean, that's clever. That's clever. So you avoid it altogether.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Children are wonderful, aren't they?
I love kids. That's why I'm protecting them. You know, I love myself. That's why I'm not going to let you treat me less than because I have children. So it's a win-win for me.
Yeah.
But, you know, I understand, like, if I were a man and I'm going to switch places because I always like to see what it is from another person's perspective. If I was a man and I met this woman and she told me, or she made it seem like she didn't have kids, and I was really into her and I really liked her, da, 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 and then she told me, oh, there's something I forgot to tell you, I have kids. If I really liked her, I would be fine with it. I'd be like, oh, that's not a big deal, you know, and she would know how I really feel about her as an individual without bringing in the children, because that should come later. You're supposed to get to know a person first, and then whatever comes after that. And I can understand if you were married or in a relationship and you lied and said, no, I'm not married, no, I'm not in a relationship. But the children are something totally different, because a lot of men won't touch on the fact that they have kids, because most of the time the kids live with the mother. So it's not the same thing.
Right. Yeah. You know, I don't even know how a person can get into a deep relationship without having conversations about their children, the little apples of their eyes, their pride, their joys. I don't know. And then also respect, so yeah, there's a lot of different types of people out there. There's some horrible people out there. And you can like a person, but how much will you respect them and really feel like they're a person that is upstanding, honorable, worthy of your respect if they lie about something big like that? I can only imagine that if I met a guy and I was feeling him and things were going well, and he told me at first that he didn't have children, and that gave me the perception of who it is that he is, and then later on he's like, "Oh, I have something to tell you," and then he's like, "Oh, I have these children," I would be side-eyeing him. I would be like, if he would lie about something that big, about a human being that lives and breathes on this earth, what else would he be lying about?
Yeah, but women lie for different reasons. Women lie for totally different reasons, for protection as well as not being mistreated. Because if a man likes you for you, but they're not planning on marrying you, then what's the difference? I feel like even if it's a serious relationship, if they really like you, they'll understand the safety precaution that you took when you first met. So I don't think it's a big problem. It might be a little problem. I don't think it's a big problem to some men.
Not bringing a person home is a safety precaution.
Mm-hmm.
Lying about whether or not you have children, that's something else. Lying about whether or not you have created life, that's something else. You don't have to bring people around your children, but to admit that they live and breathe,
Right.
that's a whole other story, in my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other story.
You have to also understand, a lot of these guys are out here married with several kids and baby mamas and not telling you a thing. So this is why I say it's okay, because it's okay for them to do it on a daily basis, and it's okay for women to also do the same thing. The world is not fair and people are not honest, and I feel that if you play fair and honest, you setting yourself up to lose and not get the best and the most out of life. And that's just how I perceive this. I know there are people out there that want to be honest from the jump and things like that, but sometimes you just can't, or it's not for your benefit, or it will lead you down the same road that you've been before. So I feel like maybe you could try both. Maybe you meet one guy today and tell him you have kids, and meet one guy tomorrow and tell him you don't have kids, and see the difference in how you're treated, how much money is spent on you, how different he's acting around you, blah, 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 blah. I just say do the experiment. And
the
see.
A/B testing.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you know what? Listen, and I feel like we're talking about two different things. Like I said, if you're just out there on the prowl and you playing a game to see who could get who before you they get got. If you're just out there playing, that's a whole other story. If you're sincerely out there looking for a true relationship. So one of the things that you said in one of our old videos, or one of the videos that we just did recently, rather, that really kind of just shifted my perspective was when we talked about not giving special allowances to Black men simply because they're Black, that they will compete on the same level as other people, right? So why accept any type of treatment from a man because you have children? Like, don't get mistreated by anybody. You know what I mean? Like, if a person is not going to act right, then they're gone. It's as simple as that. But okay, if you tell a person, look, I have children, and they start acting funny next, cut them off. They're not the one for you. They're playing games. They're full of shit. They're not the one for you. Their vibration is low. It's just not a good fit.
Right. I mean, I agree. But the point is not to find a good fit. The point is to find what you're looking for. Because I guess on my channel, I teach to date with goals, not something else, because everybody has a goal. The man's goal most likely is to sleep with you. Is it too loud? I'm going to turn it down a little bit. So the man's goal is most likely to sleep with you, okay, from jump.
Right.
So what's your goal? To get the most out of this person. It may turn into a good relationship, or it may not. But at the same time, I'm not going to, lessen my chances of getting the most out of what we have for the moment.
Okay.
But
Listen.
it's just everyone's, even people on my channel, a lot of them don't agree with that, and a lot of them do. So I understand, and it's just what you want as an individual. It's just what you want, and I wouldn't feel guilty about it because I don't think it's none of their business, honestly, because they're not dating my kids; they're dating me.
Listen, I hear you. Listen, I hear you. I hear you. I don't know. We would have to take a survey of men and how I don't know. I really honestly don't know. I just listen, I cannot say that I have not lied in the past. I can't say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if like I mean, listen, there's game being run out there. Sometimes it's dog eat dog, eat or be eaten. And sometimes you just want to go out there and see what your game is like. Like I set a goal. I went the last time I went to Vegas, I set a goal to see whether or not I could get somebody that I did not know and had no intimate contact with to buy me a beautiful purse, right? That was a goal that I set. So of course, the long hair came out and the tight dress with the bosoms showing and the stories and the game and all that other stuff. Yeah, that's a completely different story. You out of town, you traveling, you doing your thing, you want to be out there on the prowl, that's a different story. But to go into a relationship expecting anything real while you know that you're lying, like we can't help what other people do. All we can do is ask them questions. If they are a liar, they're not ready. Just on to the next one. On to
Right.
the next one. It's as simple as that to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me thank Angelina for her donation. Thank you. Appreciate you. You've been through too much and you're not trying to turn back. Okay. Um, so yeah, I mean, I see it like in the middle. I see it right in the middle. I see the game and the relationship. It could turn into either or it could turn into a relationship from the game. Which a lot of times does happen, you know. So if the man really likes you a lot, he's not gonna care. That's how I feel about it. He won't care. Uh, if he feels betrayed or whatnot, or can't trust you or whatever, and that's the only thing that that you're saying that you lied about, I think it's forgivable, and I think he'll understand why, and I think that it could turn into a relationship if he likes you. Now, if he is all about honesty and he feels betrayed that you lied to him, then yes, on to the next, but you still got something out of it. So it's right in the middle. It's right in the middle. You got the treatment that you deserved. You got, wined and dined by this guy who, would have treated you a little bit different if he had known you had kids. But at the same time, when you do tell him you have kids, it's also going to show you, even in a relationship, you're going to mess up, and you're going to need forgiveness for certain things in a relationship. It's going to show you how easy or hard it is for him to forgive you for something. Like when you're married, people mess up and going to do some crazy stuff. But if someone is able to forgive you for whatever you did, then that's a good quality in a relationship as well. So if you can get through that, you're probably going to have a decent relationship if it does turn into something real.
Listen, I hear you, my sister.
Then they
Um,
won't treat you a little bit different when they find out you have kids, because you're going to be comparing it to how he was treating you before. So you're going to take your
you mean
treatment.
before or after he found out that you was a liar and lied about whether or not you would produce human life?
Right.
You mean
He's
treatment
gonna
before
have to treat
that?
you the same. He's gonna have to treat you the same because you will know the difference.
Who
And
is
he
going
wants
to
to teach
treat
you.
a found out liar the same?
Somebody who thinks he found a prize.
Listen, I hear you. Listen, okay. Let me just say, because I see that there's people in the comments that's attacking me. Listen, let me just say this. On my channel, we talk about self-love. We talk about loving yourself through relationships. We talk about higher vibrating relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And to me personally, I don't like lying. I don't like the energy of it. Like I said, I don't even, I stopped playing the game long time ago, long time ago.
And I just want to say, I just want to tell the, the viewers that we don't have exactly the same mentality or the way of doing things. And that's why I think it's good to see the contrast, because there are some women who want a genuine relationship and want to base it on honesty. And then there's some women who, want to do it a different way. And so I don't come on here to bash or put someone else's opinion down. I'm just saying, this is how I see it. And she's saying, this is how she sees it. We're not really debating or arguing or anything. We're just giving our opinions into why, we're just discussing it. There's no argument, right? Like,
well, you know how the audience is going to be. They want to rev up the conflict. But listen, I don't like the energy, the vibration of mistruths, untruths, anti-truths. I don't like the energy of it, and I don't like. I don't want to put that out there. Me personally,
right.
I like keeping it 100. I like keeping it real. I like going to sleep at night and feeling comfortable with who it is that I am, how I've shown up in life, how I presented. And I know that I can have the standard for what it is that I expect back when I don't see my reflection back in it. I know that that's not anything. When I see when I see a reflection that does not reflect back to me what it is that I've put out there, I know, look, just I don't accept something that is not a reflection of me. I know what it is that I deserve. So if there is a person, the same standard that I have for him, for me, I can understand why a man would not have respect for a woman who has been found out to be a liar. Right? Just like I know, I don't care how amazing he is. If I find out that he's been lying, I can't trust him.
Right.
And
I just want to put it out there.
Nobody around my children like that. Sorry, go ahead.
I wouldn't trust him anyway. So it wouldn't matter if he lied or not. I still didn't trust him when he was telling the truth. So that's just a way that a lot of women have to function these days, because we are dealing with liars. We are dealing with people that will, target you. We are dealing with people that are just only interested in one thing. So if we come out there being honest, even if we're trying as women to find a good, decent, honest relationship, that man may not be looking for that. So I don't want to put all my good, honest morals out there for people that don't deserve it or may not deserve it, and have, a bad track record just alone.
Yeah,
I'm just going to be exactly what I need to be at that time, whatever my goal is for the evening or for the week, that day.
Listen, I hear you, and I agree. I am agreeing with you in certain circumstances, and depending on the type of relationship that you want, you go out there, you behave how it is that you behave. Now, listen, I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this. I want you to hear me out, okay? Yes. Listen, I'm from New York. I grew up knowing that you could get got at any moment, walking down the street and on the subway, turning a corner. I know you can get got, right? And I know that there are a lot of horrible men out there. I know that there is a general low vibration to many men, that they're out there lying, using, abusing. Their energy is low, and they drag down your energy. Me as a woman, I refuse to base who it is that I'm going to be and how I show up based on men's standard of how it is that they choose to be. I'm not going to allow a low vibrating male to have me out there going against how it is that I feel I need to show up for the world. That's it. I don't take my direction from men, because if that was the case, you're right. We will all be out here lying and scheming and using, abusing, hitting people over the head, dragging them, taking what we want from them, and just going on about that. I choose not to have those type of people around me. And I choose to attract higher vibrating relationships around me. I choose to have peace in my inner circle. I choose to present myself in a way that I can love myself. And that's just how I choose to do it, because because listen, men can become very nasty creatures. That's just the nature of it. And I would just rather just not interact with those type of people. And I'm very quick to cut people off, especially people who are lower vibrating, because I don't need it in my inner circle. I like peace
Right.
around
And I
me.
can understand that. My peace comes from knowing that I accomplished my goal.
Listen,
So,
listen, I feel you.
uh,
Listen, I feel you. I feel you.
thank you, Moonlight Babe. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, I don't have moderators, but thank you, Sprinkle, sprinkle. But yeah, but everybody lies. I just, I feel that if when I was younger, I'll say this: when I was younger, I was very honest, and it felt nice to be honest. But at the same time, a lot of people were lying, and so even though they were lying, I still thought it was okay to be honest. And after a while, I was like, everybody is lying. Everybody's lying. They lying. He's lying. Mama lying. Sister lying. Brother lying. Why am I the only truthful one in the room? Maybe I need to start lying too. And so, when you get into that type of mentality, it's like either you play the game or you're not even a contender.
I hear you, and I think that I think that this is where we differ, right?
Mhm.
And I think that this is where we have a fundamental difference in opinion. Because to you, a long-term committed monogamous relationship is still a game which you continue to play hereafter for the rest of your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, the goal is to get into a relationship where you can really rest and be yourself and not have to, and to be in a higher vibrating relationship where you can rest
Mm-hmm.
and not
Well,
have to
that
continue.
happens eventually,
Yeah.
but you got to get in there first by lying.
I can't with you.
Okay,
Can't.
I'm serious. Like, I've been married. I've been the same man for 18 years. Okay,
Mhm.
we met and everything was a lie, but we still together after 18 years. So I had to lie, he had to lie, and then finally our lies came to the light, and we accepted each other's lies, and here we are today.
Por favor, déjame quieta,
We
eh?
bonded over the lies.
I can't with this.
We
Like,
used to laugh about how we lied to each other. Remember when I told you this? I lied. And we would laugh about it because we already know people are liars. But when you can lie to someone because you really want them, oh, that's so sweet. You lied because you like me that much. You couldn't take a chance on losing me. Then it becomes funny. And like
I
after a
feel
while,
you.
your sense of humor will kick in, and you be like, "Oh well, I lied to you too." But guess what? Here we are today.
Listen,
So
I hear
sometimes
you.
lying might work. You never know.
I hear you. I hear you. And I feel that people have to do what they feel is right for them. And if you feel that that's right for you, by all means, live your life that way. Go live, go laugh, hold the lies. Ha ha. We here now. Go do it.
It
That's
wasn't
how you
right, but it ended
do
up
it.
right. I'll say that.
Listen, I
It
hear
started off
you.
wrong, but it ended up right.
I hear listen, because I'm from New York, there's certain things I just don't have the tolerance for. And I like to keep it a buck. I like people to keep it a buck with me. And that's how I live my life. I roll dolo if I need to. And I talk about my BI. It's as simple as
Well,
that.
see, that's how you feel about honesty. That's how I feel about money. Like you could lie to me, but don't short me on my money. Um, okay, how you feel about honesty is how I feel about money.
And there are people in the audience who are saying, well, Shira is married and Tonya is not, so bye. I'm gonna listen to Shira. Listen, there are different types. Listen, every single human being is different. There are different types of relationships out there. There are different things that different people hold valuable to them.
Mm-hmm.
If you hold marriage for marriage's sake valuable to you, and however it is that you accomplish that, that's all that you care about, that's a whole different story. Me personally, I am happily, comfortably with myself, and I feel good. Every night that I go to sleep, I feel wonderful. I don't look over my shoulders. I don't got no hangups on the inside. I feel good.
And yeah, like I said, if I were someone that based my relationship on honesty, I wouldn't be married. Okay, I wouldn't be married, but I didn't base it on that. So I guess that's where a lot of people don't understand. They think, okay, so yeah, I'm married, but my relationship was never based on honesty.
Oh, my Lord of mercy. Listen, and I said that is all right. I said that is all right. And people in the car, somebody is saying, oh, I can't, this is not my thing, so I can't pull it up. Somebody's saying, why is Tonya so defensive? Honey, you don't know me. This ain't defensive, baby. This is the nicest you're going to get it from me because,
well, a lot of people are coming at you in the comments. So, I mean, of course, that's only natural. But, a lot of these ladies are young and they don't,
are they?
don't
How old is your audience?
So we're going to excuse some of them.
How old is your audience?
Here's one that says, teach Tonya, I'm tired of folks hating on single people. Okay. It's okay to be single. It's okay to be married. You don't know what people did to get to where they are. That's all I'm saying. Like, y'all don't know the things that I know about the person that I'm with. Some of you would have never got married because you are too sensitive or you are too emotional or you don't put up with certain things. But that wasn't my goal. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we can't just take other people's opinions and say, oh, that's stupid, because people marry for different reasons. People get into relationships for different reasons.
That's true.
You can't put my reason on her because she may not value what I value, So that's why I'm saying just behave in the comments and just listen. Or just nice too.
Your audience is funny.
They troll me, so I already know they don't troll anybody that come on here. So half of them be trolling me.
Somebody said Tonya is lying. She knows she got a man and God. Listen, I'm a vegetarian, right? I like dark chocolate. And I know how to wait for what it is that I want and not settle for something that I don't. So a person can want a Gucci bag. That don't mean they're gonna settle for Coach. I hope that's an analogy that can be understood on this channel here.
Right. I think people need to understand that. Right.
This is too funny.
Oh, thank you, Veronica. She says, I respect both your perspectives. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So let's see who else. Thank you, Lindsay. Agree with Shira. Men lie anyway. People lie every single day to get what they want. Some people need to wake up from their fairy tale. Yeah. Vegetation. Well, I'm plant-based as well, like vegan as well. So, sorry to be quick on that. But good night, all. So it doesn't matter. People don't want certain things in their life, and they're not going to bend their standards. So I always tell women, don't change your standards if that's what you really want, and that goes for anybody. If you have standards, don't change them if that's what you really want. And people will try to get you to change your standards. And then a week later, you may have gotten what you were looking for. You hadn't just stuck with your standards.
Yeah, I hear you. My. This has been an interesting conversation. I enjoyed having it.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess, do you want to take a caller, or you want to see what the people think?
I don't want to talk to these people. I'm just joking.
You want to talk to a man about what he's
You know what? I think, listen, I'd be happy to hear people's perspectives. Okay. Turn on the phone lines. Let's see what we got going.
Okay, let's see if a guy will call in and tell me that I'm wrong.
Well, you know what? My only concern is the caliber of this person with a penis calling in.
I already know it's bad, but I'm still gonna do it.
This is too funny.
Okay,
This is too
that's
funny.
the point. I
And
don't
listen,
care.
after we get off of here, do you want to come over to my channel and react to this Iggy Azalea madness?
Sure. Okay, let me take
I want to
one.
listen to this whole thing.
Okay, I'll take one call. Perfect. I want a guy to call in and give me their opinion. So no women, hang up the phone, women. I don't want to hear. I'm sorry, but I will hear from you next time. I just need a man's opinion on this because we already know what we think. Let's get a man. Okay. All right. So a guy needs to call in. Thank you, man. Whoever you will be to call in.
Oh, you have to show me how you got that big like that. You know, you can also put a ticker across the bottom that scrolls across, right?
I just did a banner.
Okay, yeah, that's cute. I like that because it's big and people can see it.
So we're just waiting on a gentleman to call in.
What is the average age of your audience? The ladies here.
Young.
Is
I
it?
think it's. I don't know. Like everybody put their age because I don't know. Like I know it's.
You can check in the analytics. My audience is the women between 25 and 45. So my audience is a little older. Average woman is 35.
Okay, so I think it's between 18 and 60. I don't know. I got 60-year-olds in here.
No, that's right.
I'm serious. I have a 60-year-old client that's scamming an 80-year-old.
Oh, God of mercy. They still out there playing the game. See, I don't, you know what? Listen. Somebody had the nerve to call me a pick-me-sha. Obviously, they don't know the definition. A pick-me-sha is somebody who wants anybody, not somebody who is holding out for the quality.
Right.
The quality.
You know what really is. She on this channel today.
Oh, child, I ain't saying nothing.
Okay. We know who pick-me-sha really is.
Oh, no, you didn't. You know something? I can't with you. Shira, you are so funny. I love you. You have a tremendous sense of humor. You're very you're very even toned, but you really have to, your comedy is so, how do I put it? It's wry. You have a wry sense of humor and you do deadpan comedy. I love it. I love it.
Well, thank you, love.
I can't.
Now let's have a Dusty call in. Phone lines are open, Dusty. Please call in. Is this a familiar voice to you?
Yeah. You know, said that they're too old. They're 39 trying to get the bag. And you know what? Maybe it's because I've lived both lives. You know, I told you I worked in the Gold Club after college because I wanted to listen. I know how to shake a person down.
Yeah, and like just because you're old does not mean you can't get a bag. Just go for a 60-year-old, okay? 60-year-old bag.
And you know what? Those people, if listen, the older a man gets, the more opportunity he has to make money. So those 80-year-olds are sitting on something they know they don't got long to live. This is too funny.
So no guys want to call. Okay, well, fine then.
Are you sure?
They don't want to call.
It's working. You sure? Because I can't imagine no men would want to call.
They don't want to call. They're scared because I don't know why they're scared. Come on, I'm not gonna bite. I'll talk in this accent if it makes you feel more comfortable.
Oh, there we go. The call is coming in.
Call from. Hello. Who am I speaking with today?
This is Damon.
Hi, Damon. What do you think about the lying about the children?
Hey, I was kind of curious about that because I'm trying to figure out why would a woman lie if she doesn't have kids?
Because the man treats us different when they see that we have kids.
Oh, okay, well, so is it wrong to ask a woman when you meet her, hi, how you doing? Do you have any kids?
It's wrong.
But that's what I do.
Well, it will be the equivalent to asking you, hi, do you still live with your mother? Or how much money do you make?
Okay, well, it's almost like in a conversational way. Oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, yeah, okay. You know, after a couple of, you know, regular questions, then you would ask, "Oh, you have any kids?" That way you can know whether or not you can continue the conversation.
Right. And I would say, "Oh, I've always wanted kids. Oh, I love your shirt. It's so nice."
Okay, but
oh, you must work out.
But that's not answering the question.
You ain't gonna care after that. You're gonna be like, "Oh, you like this shirt? Oh yeah, I work out." You're gonna bypass the whole thing. So then is it really a lie?
But you know what? But then I'm gonna still lean back into it some way, shape, or form until I get a definite yes or no on the question.
You ain't gonna get no yes or no. You just gonna get, "Oh, why do you want some kids?"
I'm like, okay,
see, you ain't gonna say nothing. You'll be like, "Oh, okay. No, not right now." Okay, that's good. So you focused on your career.
It depends on the age as well, you know.
But I'll just distract you from ever getting the answer.
I think I'd be pretty in tune on that distracting behavior, and they'd be like, "Okay, well, you have a nice day."
You ain't gonna say that.
No,
right. I might not. I might keep on going. You're right.
He might ask again and again, and after a while, I might be nice enough to tell him, but by then it'll be too late.
Okay, so but what do you do in the event that say okay, the conversation's going well, and I forget about that question, move on to some other stuff, some interesting conversation, and all of a sudden you're taking you're taking notice, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I'm really like digging this guy," and then you want to go further, but then you realize, damn, he wants to know if I had kids or not.
Then I'll break out my acting skills. I'll be like,
"So you're gonna hide the kids?"
I'll be like, "Dame, there's something that I have to tell you, and I'm so embarrassed, and I don't know how to tell you this." And you're gonna be like, "What?"
Well, that would make it sound like you're ashamed of having children.
No, you're gonna think it's something worse. You're gonna think I'm something else. And you're gonna be like, "What? What is it? You promise you're not gonna change how you treat me?"
From you.
You ain't gonna know I have kids. You're gonna be like, "What is it? What is it?" "Well, I don't tell anyone this, but I think I like you enough to tell you the truth." You're gonna think I'm a man or something. You're gonna be like, "What is it? What is it?"
Oh shit! Look,
and you're gonna be so worried about something crazy. You're gonna be so worried about that it's something crazy. When I just tell you, "Oh, I have a child," you're gonna be like, "That's it?" Well, you could have told me that in the beginning.
Yeah.
"Oh, I just didn't know. I got to be safe out here. There's some crazy people on the internet, and people that target women with kids. I just didn't feel safe, but now I feel safe with you."
Okay,
I just lie.
That's a good hustle. That's a good line. Okay, I probably would.
See,
I would believe that, should I say, but I wouldn't go fall for it in the event. You know what I'm saying? Just because you had a kid, I wouldn't fall for that though. You know what I mean? It's a believable line.
Yeah, but that's what I call acting. You gotta act. And then you'll be like, "Oh, that's okay. You didn't have to do that. I would have understood for real." Okay.
Okay, but what? But what if I'm the type of guy who doesn't talk to women with children?
It won't matter because he been talking to one already. You done got a taste, and now he gonna be like, "Well, I guess I talk to women with children now."
Okay, but what about the age of the children then? Now that has to make a difference then, right?
Yeah, they say, "Well, how old?" Little Johnny.
I'll probably be out. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I'll be like, "Okay, well, I'm glad you told me finally." You know what I mean? I probably would have moved around on that.
Yeah, and I would say, "Okay, well, I understand."
Yeah, but okay, I can get all that, but I just still. So how does a man treat you different then with women with children and women without, if he does know?
Well, he'll probably treat you as if you're desperate and eager to get into bed. He might not spend as much money on you or try to impress you as much or take you to the nicer places.
Okay, so it can work either way. Either he's like, "Oh, there's a chance for me to be a hero," or it's a chance for me to, get used up in a sense. So I guess it's a matter.
Well, you won't be getting used. You'll just, you'll just be dating a woman with a child or a couple of children. But at the same time, are you trying to marry her? You trying to make them your stepkids? If so, it don't matter. You know,
Well, there you
if
go.
not,
Now,
it won't matter.
Since it doesn't matter, see, when you say it doesn't matter to the man, whether or not, you know, because if you're trying to get with the woman, she has the kids, then okay, great. But initially, though, it goes back to that first question: do you have kids? Now you fought around it the whole line. You went around it, and now you want to use the line of, oh, I was, you know, worried about this, now safety and all that. Okay, that's good. But at the same time, though, that guy feels like, you know, I'm gonna pass here. You know what I mean? Because it's the principle of the matter. You know what I mean?
But by then, I didn't got what I wanted.
Oh, well, you know, okay. Well, I guess it depends on what you're trying to get then.
But then you're gonna go home and think about it, and then you're gonna be like, I can't find nobody else like her. Shoot, what am I doing? I'm stupid. I thought about it.
I mean, it might work on somebody. You know what I mean? It might. You know, it might. I'll give you that much.
You're gonna be watching Jerry Maguire. You're gonna be like,
You complete me.
let me call her back. I feel so terrible about myself.
No, I've seen Jerry Maguire. Yeah, I've seen how that goes down. You know, but I was calling in to give you all some type of male perspective on it because
Do you want to ask him something, Tonya?
You have children?
See, I never even asked him.
Yeah, see, there you see. Yeah, I do. They're grown. Yeah, see.
So you want to date a woman with kids, but you got them kids.
And you know, it sounds
you already
wrong,
dating a woman with kids.
Your
baby mama.
Wrong, but at the same time, if I've already, you know, had children, did the little family thing, raised them up, and they're grown already, and if I'm in my, you know, saying 40s, why would I want to do that again? Raise up another little baby, you know?
So you have grown kids?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it'll make you feel young again. That's why.
You don't need no kids to make you feel young. Yeah.
It make people feel younger.
Hey, what did you say? Say what?
I'm just asking if kids make people feel younger.
Oh, no. I don't. Kids. You know, you always want to feel how you want you want to feel. You know what I mean? Kids. Hey, don't get me wrong. I had a good time raising mine and everything else, but at the same time, shit. Yeah.
You raised them. They lived in the same house with you.
Yeah, I raised them all the way up. Yeah, from birth to shit till it was time for them to go.
You sound a little snappy and defensive for someone who's telling the truth, sir.
Oh wow, really? No.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is. How old are you?
Mm-hmm. He said he's in his 40s.
I'm in my 40s. I'm 48 years old. My daughter's 25. My son's 25, and I got 3 grandchildren. So why would I want to do that shit again?
I don't know. Some men do. It's called the second wind. Look at Donald Trump.
Oh shit. Yeah. Well, you know, you got whatever.
You said whatever.
Some men need validation in life. You know what I mean? And I don't think having a child is going to really validate you.
Well,
more.
Let's say you meet a young woman and she hasn't had kids yet, or she has a young child, and you really like her because you old and she young, and she wants to have your baby. And she comes up to you and say, "Hey, Big Daddy, I want to have your baby."
Big Daddy,
you don't have no kids, and if she don't have no kids already, and she says she want to have my baby, I might just float this idea of like, you know, becoming a first-time deadbeat dad on that.
You know what? This is why men get lied to. This is why.
He'll have a baby, but he don't want to raise a baby.
How many baby mamas
want to raise it if it is his?
How many baby mamas do you have?
You say what?
You heard me.
No, I didn't.
How many baby mamas do you have?
2. Okay, 2.
You making me look bad, man, because you come on the line with all of these damn lies.
I be honest on a date.
You were in a polygamous household where you had both women and all the children living with you.
That's why I said, let's get this straight. I had 2 children. One, when I got with my now ex-wife, or anyway. So I had a child on the way when I was with my fiance, soon to be fiance wife, and she was pregnant. So, and then when the other woman had my child, which I didn't know was mine until I had to take the actual DNA and found out he was mine. Then I told her, okay, here, let me get my son and raise him up. And long story short, she did that.
So hold on. You say you have 2 children.
Right.
Okay. What is the age of your son?
Okay, they're 4 months apart.
But that's why I be lying.
I'll see you later. I cannot do this right now. I can't do this.
That's why I'm always lying.
I can't do this.
But thank you for being honest about your lie. I mean, your truth.
You have 2 25-year-old children, and the mother of the first child, you had to take a DNA test to prove that the child was yours, and then she gave him up to you. She gave you full custody.
Okay, well, since you really want to get into it, the reason why I had to take the DNA test is because you all may find this funny. Now, it's the truth. I was taken advantage of when I was drunk. Okay.
Get the fuck off the phone. Get the hell out of here. I really, you know something, you're making me feel violent. Where's my belt? Let me go get my.
Because my truth is so, because my truth, Tonya, is so truthful.
At least he being honest. Yeah, I told you I don't want to hear no honesty.
We don't know if he's being honest, and you didn't answer the question. She gave you full custody?
Full custody. See, the reason is because, okay, she already had 3 children, which I did not know of, okay?
You know something? Come off of this line. Foolishness that you're talking.
I told you, Tonya.
We went to school together. And when we went to school together, and when I came back and I seen her, she had 2 children, okay, and she came over and hung out, this and that. And then when that incident happened, you know what I mean, and then I, go over and visit her at her house and everything, couldn't find out she had 3 children. So anyway, long story short, I was telling her all along, this child is mine, that I'm gonna need to raise him because you already have 3 children, you know what I mean? And so yeah, that's what happened.
And that's why I lie.
What? But you don't have to though.
Yes, I do. Because I don't want to have to deal with any of that. I'm just gonna lie and get what I need for the. If it turns into the truth, then great. But I'm gonna start off lying, just like y'all. I do thank you for your story and being honest, because I feel that it is bold and it takes a lot of courage to come out and tell everybody that. Which I mean, I'm gonna say thank you, but it just goes to show people that sometimes, it is what it is.
Well, I don't think it takes courage to tell the truth. It just takes the truth to tell the truth.
We could tell the truth later, like everybody else does, but at the beginning,
I'd rather be told the truth now than lie to later on, or better yet, told what I was believing was a lie later on. You know what I mean?
But you're still in the same predicament.
Well, technically not right now.
No, I'm not saying you're in a predicament now. I'm saying you still got into a predicament with the truth.
Oh yeah. I was, as you said, young and dumb, right? Yeah, shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, I mean, thank you for being honest and sharing. And if you could change anything, what would it have been?
I wouldn't have got married.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. What? You would not have gotten married to the mother of your daughter?
Right.
Oh, why did you get married? I forgot to ask.
Well, because she was having my child and we were together, and I was like, oh, let me make one of those promises to marry you, and the next, 6 months down the road, she's like, when we get married, so I'm like, oh, let me marry her now. She went, you know what I mean? So,
Shira,
I wouldn't.
Save me.
So, but why did you regret it? What happened? Why did you divorce?
Well, y'all
Somebody save me.
Did you find another honey on the side?
No. Who, me?
Yeah, why did you divorce?
Because she caught him cheating.
Oh, she
That's
divorced
why.
you. Oh,
yeah.
For why? Did she tell you why?
Well, I probably have a good idea why.
She caught him cheating.
No,
Why?
She didn't catch me cheating. No. She assumed I was cheating.
Were you cheating?
No, I wasn't at the time. No, I was not.
Not at the time.
No,
you hadn't hit it yet.
No, I was not.
You mean you was talking to somebody, but you hadn't hit it yet? That's what you mean?
No, it was all an assumption.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
and she was like, you know how.
Okay. So why did she think you were cheating though? Did you?
Because shit happens. Hey, I never said I was perfect, okay? And don't try to put this back on me.
I'm not. I'm just asking
I'm
questions.
trying to figure out why y'all lying about having kids, okay? This ain't about me.
Oh, we lied. I lie. I lie. I would lie, but I never had to lie. But if I were single, I would lie because.
Well, I try not to lie no more. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Well, I mean, thank you for sharing. It was brave of you, and I wish you the best of luck. I don't know what you're doing out there now, but get your money up and strap up. I don't know.
Well, no, I appreciate you taking the call because I try to call in, and I've been listening to you all, and I just figured I'd give my little information in.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. All right. Thank you.
I'm still watching, so
okay, I won't say that too bad.
I'm not no dusty river there.
Okay. Bye. Okay, I turn off the phones. I'm glad he was honest. He's still in the conversation.
What is coming up?
No, thank you for being honest. At least he was honest. More than I can say for myself.
How do we know this man was being honest? There was a bit too much pausing in there for me. Listen. My intuition already tells me what's up. I know what happened. I already know what happened.
Well, the part about when he met the woman who already had 3 kids, that's a part that we should focus on. If he already had 3 kids and then got her pregnant and then left, why was he there in the first place? Were they in a real relationship? I should have asked him that. Or
didn't you see that the man said he was assaulted?
Oh, okay.
Intimate partner assault. Didn't you hear him say that?
Okay, yeah. Okay, now that you mention it, so he was taken advantage of in his drunken state.
I wonder where she took advantage of him at, because if she had 3 children, where were they living at?
I don't know. Maybe it was a one-night stand or something, or just visiting each other, not really in a relationship where they live together. I don't know, but I would have to ask him. But I was just saying that men are going to date women with children regardless. They're going to sleep with women that have children, or they'll be attracted to women. And whether they find out they have kids or not, they're still going to end up eventually running into somebody and being with them anyway. So it just depends on how drunk they are, how desperate they are, how long it's been since they had some. So why not just make a clean slate?
Listen, I hear you. One of the things that you did here is that he married his wife because she was pregnant, and his first child is 4 months older than his second. So there's some overlap there. There's some stuff going on. There was some stuff going on there. Something ain't right in the buttermilk.
So he went out and whatever, met some lady, told her a bunch of lies. And so here we are, back to where I started.
People are saying that he is a good example.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, honestly, though, is this the type of relationship that a woman wants? Do you want that type of relationship? So his life, it seemed like it was just filled with drama, and just, first of all, he impregnated a woman. He claims that he was drunken, but yet his member was still working enough to be able to get in and to be able to squirt, right? And he impregnated this woman who had such issues that she had 4 children and none of her children were in her custody. Then within 4 months, he was marrying another woman who he had also impregnated. And so it's like, is this the type of man that you want? He was embroiled in some relationship where the woman lied about whether or not she'd produced children. Then he was off with some other woman having unprotected intercourse. The man claims he had intimate partner assault and all this. It's just who wants to be embroiled in all that drama? It's too much for me.
That's why you just get your drinks and food and go.
This is why drinks and food ain't that impressive to me.
It's not really impressive, but Applebee's versus 5-star restaurant is a different story. Like you're not going to take me to no Applebee's if you're asking me out because I got kids. No, I'm not going for that. If I'm going to waste my time having dinner with someone, it's going to be a nice restaurant. But I'm not trying to, be in a relationship with someone that I feel, is not worthy anyway. So that's why I have to see how you're going to treat me.
Listen, I value peace among all other things. I like peace. I like quiet. I like, I just like to be free, unencumbered, without a bunch of nonsense and fuckery around me.
You need an old man then. Shoot, they don't do nothing.
Listen, I don't want long saggy balls swinging at me.
Did everything already.
Listen, I just, you know what? Listen, I'm good. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. If that, listen, I there could be some amazing things at the bargain basement shop with all these women digging through the racks to find that one gem. I'm good.
Yeah. Thank you, Rokia. Every religion, all men lie, was in a fake marriage with a dusty truck driver from Las Vegas. I told the truth and he lied about 2 marriages and sleeping with ex of 7 years. Oops. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, people are going to lie, but like I said, at the end of the day, if you're in it for peace, then you need to get an old man who don't do nothing no more, but just reminisce. And
that ain't gonna be my life either. Don't try to Kevin Samuels me.
Well, I like old men too.
You know what? I'm gonna be doing my matchmaking show coming up. I'm gonna be working with some matchmakers who are gonna bring forth my husband. Mm-hmm. And so we'll see how old he is and what he's like. We'll see. But I know I value my peace. I value who wants to deal with drama? And then who wants to deal with long balls swinging towards you?
Well, the older the guy is, the more peace. The younger the guy, the less peace.
No, I think it's an individual. One of the things that I think that we take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we take for granted that our mate is out there, a person who's a good match for us.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some young men who are filled with drama. There's some old men who are filled with drama. I have an associate whose grandfather was seeing 2 women. One of the women came out with a gun, was bucking shots at him and the other woman. And this is a grandfather. So it really depends on the person. And I think that we really have to, this is my take. I really think that we have to get to a point where we know ourselves, where we have calibrated ourselves, where we have fine-tuned our own energy to bring forth, like attracts like.
Mm-hmm.
Bring forth that which is for you. And what is for me may not be for somebody else. And the person who I'm going to attract is going to be for me, you know?
And I appreciate everybody saying that, it's what you prefer, it's what you like. Because a lot of the ladies on my channel, they don't want to date older men either. But that's what I prefer. And you prefer, whoever is coming your way. You're right. It doesn't matter if they're older or younger. Drama can come from anywhere. But I feel like if your matchmaking service brings I'll say when, because I'm best for you.
Thank you.
When your matchmaking services bring your mate, then I feel that it'll just make it all worth it in the end, and so you'll be happy you kept how you thought, what you wanted, and all that. And I truly believe that for every woman. Like,
Yeah.
for people that disagree with me, it's not about me, it's about what you want.
Oh God, somebody said get somebody with one foot in the grave.
Right.
Oh, how
It just depends
awful.
on what your purpose is.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, thank you. I guess I'm coming on your channel to react to this video that you have.
Yes, the Iggy Azalea situation. I haven't heard the whole thing yet, but I really want to get your take on it. So, so you have to put my channel link. It's going to be youtube.com/C/Tonya TKO.
I linked your channel in the down bar of this video.
Okay, in the description.
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. All right, perfect. So you know what? Let's get it started. I'm gonna set up the broadcast, and then we're going to. I want to see what you have to say about this nonsense. Have you heard it yet? I haven't heard the full thing. All right.
I'm waiting.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna pull this up right now, and then why don't you do this? Give me about 5 minutes. You can stay on your broadcast. Just tell them to come over. I just need to queue up the video so that we could be able to react to it live. Okay, I gotta get out of here to get into my own dashboard. All right. Listen, let me just say goodbye to your audience. Thank you all very much, to all of the knockouts who are here and the gold diggers. I appreciate your warm welcome. I appreciate the conversation and the banter. Thank you to the guy who called in and disclosed what it is that he chose to disclose. I don't know whether or not he was honest, because we did a lot of digging. We did a lot of digging, and more things began to get revealed. So I appreciate him calling in. One of my issues is that I am very intuitive, and so I get an inside view into what's going on already, and I get energetic like malfrequency when I attempt to do things that are out of alignment. So for my own sanity and peace, there's certain ways that I don't live my life, and that's okay. Listen, I make so much money. The whatever dinner it is that I want, I can get for myself. And I mean, it's nice to be treated, but not when you exchange your peace for it. This is part of the reason I stopped playing the game. I didn't want certain men around me even absorbing my energy, coming into contact with their energy. It wasn't worth it to me. I only like certain types of people. This is why I like you, Shira. You have such good energy. You're such a sweetie pie. And I truly enjoy you. This is why I do collaborations with you, Yeah,
and like I said, I'm like, my opinion is just my opinion, and everybody needs to focus on what they want in their lives. And that's why it doesn't matter, because you could apply my techniques to business, you could apply it to several other things, but a relationship is something personal, and some people want the genuine relationship. And that's why I have you on here, because there's a lot of women who also want that, but then you have some women who don't care and want other things. So that's why I think the collaboration is a good idea, so people can see both sides and decide what they want, and decide how.
You know what? And I also I think that there's a happy median. I believe that there's a happy median. I happen to attract men who earn a lot of money. And I'm a sapiosexual empath. So I attract very intelligent men who are ambitious, who make money. And I'm looking for the right one for me. And you all will see my matchmaking show when I get into that. However, I'm looking for more than just the status quo or something surface. I'm looking for something that I can really dive into from now until death do us part. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for.
I feel like, I'm a Pisces, so I'm a water sign naturally. And that's how I used to feel until I'm like, well, the world is what you create. Just like I can create a way to get somebody's money, You can also create a way to get someone's, till death do you part. So, as long as you use that power, it's all possible. But sometimes, the material that's already here is easier to manifest.
Yeah. Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it may take a little bit, but if you're adamant about it, I believe after a while it will manifest if that's what you
Yeah.
truly are looking
I
for.
believe that too. I honestly, truly do believe that. And yeah, I honestly, truly, truly, truly do believe that. I've seen some amazing things behind the scenes with people who have brought forward their soulmate, the person who was right for them. I've seen some amazing, and it by chance in stopped traffic, and just meet the person that is just right for them. So I see some people who are who's saying that I seem like a pick me. I would need for them to define, in your opinion, what do you feel a pick me is? For all of the people who are saying that, what is
Well,
your definition of a pick me? I'd love to hear that.
I think a pick me is someone who's willing to do anything to get a man, or to put up with anything to get a man. That's my definition. Or someone
Mhm.
that's just begging for the attention of any man, even if he's dusty. That's a pick me or a pick me to me. I think just having high standards, high moral standards or spiritual standards is not being a pick me. I think that's just being very selective.
Mhm.
I would say picky versus pick me.
Oh, listen to that.
You
All
know,
right.
so
Somebody said they want to call in and give their and explain to me how they feel that I'm a pick me. You gonna open back up the phone line?
who wants to call in? Somebody want to call in?
Somebody wants to. Let's see.
You want
They
them to call in?
have the ovarian matter enough to come onto these phone lines and try to tell me why they feel that I, Tonya TKO, is, in their opinion, a pick me. And it's like, we have, like, somebody in the comments said, oh, Tonya, don't be a strong woman. I don't go out there trying to profess to be strong. I'm a powerful woman. That's what I am. And there are a lot of people who feel comfortable sitting back trying to wage insults, but when you call them to task, they don't have it inside of them to be able to stand up for what it is that they believe in. So if you believe that I'm a pick me, yes, open up the phone lines. Open it and see if they will come forward and tell me the how and why they feel that I, Tonya TKO, am a pick me in their opinion. I'd like to hear this.
Okay, it's open. Y'all, somebody
Yeah,
want to
call
call in
it. I'm
and
right
say
here waiting to hear from you. Come, bring up,
who was
bring
that
up,
person?
bring up on the ovaries. Come bring your uterus forward and come tell me why you feel that I am a pick me. And let's see what your verbiage is like in your vernacular and how well you're able to sit up here and say it. Go ahead. I'd love to hear it.
Mm-hmm. No. Okay, the phone is open. There's the number. I don't think anybody wants to call in because it's different when you're online. But like I said, a pick me is somebody that will do anything to be with anybody, even if it's a dusty. So I don't think she's a pick.
Where's the phone calls? We don't hear it ringing. We don't hear it ringing.
Okay, I guess I'll wait a few more minutes.
Yeah, wait. Let them come.
I guess if you're commenting, call in.
Because I already told these people I'm from New York. There's certain things that I just don't do. I keep it 100. And what a lot of people do is they say stuff online that they know that they can't put their voice behind, that they can't put their phone number behind. Like you got a lot of people online that don't want to show their face. Some people don't even want to put their voice up. But I'm telling you, come forward, no? I'm right here. Explain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, what since her very powerful women who have changed one side, like I don't think people should claim that someone else is a pick me if they don't know what a pick me is, because people just have different standards. A pick me don't have no standards. Okay, they'll just take anything.
Yeah, but you see, there are people who are not woman enough to be able to stand by their own words. And see, that's the difference. That's the difference right there. I stand by what it is that I say. This is why I put my face, my likeness, my name, my voice out here. I have my own channel and I speak up and I say how I feel. I feel what I say. And it's as simple as that. Anyway, so we're going over to my channel now because
Nobody calling. Okay.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Exactly, because there's no little girl over here. I'm a grown woman. Simple as that. Anyway, my dear, so I'm going to go get the broadcast set up and I'm going to queue up the videos and I am looking forward.
Okay. Well, I'll be over there. Just send me the link.
Okay, I'm going to do that right now. I'm getting it set up right now. All right.
Okay.
I don't know how. Okay, here we go.
Oh, well. So, you said the line was blocked. No, it wasn't. Y'all just chicken. But no, I just think like, okay, a pick me show or a pick me would be someone who I would take anybody. Y'all know who the real pick me is on YouTube. So I know some of y'all just trolling and may not agree, but that doesn't mean that person is necessarily, the definition of what a real pick me or a pick me is. So y'all need to chill and calm down. Why would I have someone on my channel that's the exact same as me? It would be no use. There would be no discussion, no exchange, no dynamic. They would just be repeating what I said, and then I would be like, okay. All you would hear is a bunch of okays. So, what would be the point? Someone says, pick me equals simp, woman simp, right? So, yeah, y'all be nice, because that's like a reflection of me, like a bunch of mean-spirited people in the comments who are just being rude for no reason is not very nice or ladylike. If I could understand if someone was coming for you, like insulting you, then that's a whole different story. But no one was insulting you, and it's just being just like those women who are upset at your level up. You know what I'm saying? Don't turn into them. Just be cordial and listen, because sometimes listening can teach a lot more than commenting. So y'all chill on that. Okay, let's see. I'm waiting on the link. Let's see. I like when she would preach. Oh, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So it's not about who's right and who's wrong. That's not the point. I told y'all I don't really debate. I just discuss. So it doesn't matter. Just like Michael Jackson say, it doesn't matter who's wrong or right. Just get your money, or get your man, or keep your morals, or keep your standards, or whatever. Get what you want out of it. But her channel is not about level up. Y'all understand? Her channel is about self-love and da 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 da. Her channel is not like my channel, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. If you don't understand and listen to other people's opinions about things, how are you going to understand where certain people are coming from? You know what I'm saying? It's not. If everyone was the same, then what would be the point? And intelligent people like to speak to other people with different viewpoints. Intelligent people keep open minds so that they can continue to learn and grow and get more game, or if that's what they're trying to do, or get more knowledge on the topic. So I feel that you have to be open-minded, even if it's just listening. You don't have to agree. You just need to understand. That's the point. So if you're someone that can understand someone and not have to agree with them, that shows a level of intelligence. And when you can do that, if I can talk to a man, a man with money, and understand where they're coming from, then I can understand how they think. You know what I'm saying? So instead of pushing away information and pushing away different opinions, and then have to come ask someone about something because you bypassed listening to the answers when they were given to you by people you don't agree with, you missed the whole point. So we have to get away from that. Just listen. Just listen. You don't have to agree. Just listen. That's why I don't vote That's why I'm not political, because I'm not choosing. I'm listening and I'm getting information and money on both sides. That's how you're supposed to do it. Okay. Listen and get paid off both sides. Period. And at the end of the day, everybody wins. There we go. So y'all behave. I'll act y'all's age, not your act your age, not your shoe size. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Nikki Life. What's your daily hour-to-hour level up schedule? I need some ideas for structure to get to the next level. I already have the bag, but drop the kids off and then nap. The mundane chores take away my energy. Then don't nap and hire a cleaning service. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Cleaning services are not that expensive. What are the chores? Girl, hire somebody. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And don't take a nap. Just go to bed early. Instead, get up and do your makeup, do your hair, put an outfit on, hire a cleaning service, or tell them kids to clean up when they get home, or clean up at the last minute. Who cares? Put yourself before all of that chores and all that crap. Okay, and go to bed early so you don't need to take no nap. That's just being lazy. Get you some coffee. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, I'm trying to see if she sent me the. Oh, here it is. Here's the link. Okay, y'all. I'm ready to end this stream and go to react to a Iggy Azalea video about her baby daddy. If y'all want to go over there, I'm going to be on Tonya's channel. The link is in the description bar. Something happened to Iggy Azalea and her baby daddy. I don't know. Well, I guess we're going to find out. Y'all come over there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bye. Thank y'all for everybody who donated, and for the gentleman who called in. Thank you for sharing your story and letting us analyze you. Appreciate that. And we'll be on Tonya TK's old channel to talk about Iggy Azalea and react to this video about her and her baby daddy. All right. Bye.